Joining me now, the Evening Edit All-Star GOP voter panel. Let's welcome Solene of from Arizona. He's a 62-year-old veteran of the Marines. From Iowa, we've got Whitney Smith-McIntosh, a 45-year-old mother of three, and a 20-year-old Cruz. He's a student at Georgetown University, also a campus reform correspondent. It's great to have you on. Thank you so much, you three, for joining us. We are so excited to talk to you. Ram, let's start with you. What matters most to you tonight? What do you want to hear tonight?
To be honest, I want to see who can take the lead in second place because I feel like I'm looking at the JV team here. The individual I'm leaning towards, Mr. Trump, isn't there. I think he made a good decision not to join the debate. So I'm looking to see who would take a commanding second lead because in this charged political environment, who knows what's going to happen in the future, and we might have to vote for somebody on the JV team.
Got it. So that's Ram's take. How about you, Whitney?
Hello. Thank you for having me. So the main thing that I want to see tonight, a lot like Ram, is I want to see who's going to take control. I want to see who's going to stand out and be in the lead. My main thing is that I don't want to hear talking points. I want to hear details. I want to hear reality. I don't want anything that's canned.
You don't want to hear anything that's canned. Okay, Ian, what do you think?
I'm looking for a candidate who's going to stand up for policy solutions and who's going to bring new ideas to the table. I'm looking for a candidate who's going to stand up for the American people and put us first, and who's going to stand up strong and prove that they're a leader worthy of taking the oath of office on January 20th in 2025.
Okay, so Ram, what issue matters to you most?
Two right now come to mind. One is the size of the government, and the other is the disaster that is on our southern border. It's just an open border. It's like we have no country anymore.
So, Whitney, what about you? Polls show border security is a top issue for voters heading into 2024. Is that a top issue for you? And which candidate do you think has the best plan to tackle Biden's border crisis?
So actually, my top issue is life. And the second one after that would be border security. I do know that Governor DeSantis has an excellent plan, and that with him being so close to the border, he has very astute experience with the border.
So, Ian, we've seen the Biden administration continuously push their ideologies, their green agenda, and more on the American people. Critics say they're not telling the truth on how that's not working. Volkswagen just now cutting electric vehicle production in Germany. There's no demand for electric cars in Europe. Ian, what do you think about the Biden White House pushing their Bidenomics, their agenda, their ideologies, what their donor base wants on the American people?
I think it's completely reckless of the Biden administration to really shove an ideology on the American people. As a Georgetown University student, I see that on my own campus. I see this liberal ideology forced on me, and we see it in Washington, D.C., the city in which I study. I mean, the Leadership Institute's campus reform has reported that even students at the George Washington University feel unsafe in D.C. So you're seeing this reckless Bidenomics threaten us and threaten our job prospects moving forward. So I think a lot of students and a lot of Gen Z Americans are looking to advance their professional capabilities now while they're in college to get the connections to advance once they graduate.
So, Ram and Whitney, you heard what Ian just said. Ram, coming back to you, former senior counselor to President Trump, Kellyanne Conway, points out that the candidates need to focus on policy, not on Trump and not on getting good sound bites. They need to show voters that they're ready to be commander-in-chief. What do you think, Ram?
I totally agree, because the last debate that I watched was, it wasn't impressive at all. It seemed like a lot of the candidates were using canned talking points, putting each other down. And the sign of a true leader is somebody that can step away from the crowd and elucidate clear ideas that resonate with people. And so far, they're just stepping over each other, it seems like.
Yeah, so what, Whitney, final word to you. What Ron just said, so Trump has been putting forward policies, right? Policies that the American people, the polls show, like. Where do you come down on the New York judge ruling former President Trump and his family business fraudulently inflated the value of properties and assets by billions of dollars? Where do you come down on the, the 4 indictments and the 91 charges against him?
So this might sound odd. I don't come down anywhere with it because it's just a show. What I want is I want a person to win the primary so that we can get behind that individual and move them forward so that they can win the election. We need to get a Republican in office. And all of these indictments and all of this show and all this flair that they're throwing up is really not worth anything.
Final word to you, Ian. What do you think?
I think it's that Gen Z Americans need to wake up and they need to watch the debate tonight and really look at the threats posed to our country by the Biden administration. And I think the other panelists have noted the border security issue. And again, that's a top issue for me. I'm a Texan as well. And so I think that we really need to look at candidates who are going to fight for the American people and put us first, unlike what the Biden administration has done, which has been akin to lobbyists, and look for somebody who's going to be that leader, because our country is in decline, unfortunately, and we do need to see that somebody step up to the plate tonight.
Solene, Whitney Smith-McIntosh, Ian Cruz, thank you so much. We really appreciate all of you. We're going to see you back here tomorrow to get your feedback on the debate. It's good to have you on.